Hi there. So welcome back to Win Digiman channel. So now or today we will learn about dangerous good classification. As we know, dangerous good has 9 classes or divided into 9 classes. And how to classify the class will be explained on this lesson, and each class will be explained also based on the hazard label that you can see on this slide, or on the cover, this one. So how to classify? Okay.
How to classify. Classifying dangerous goods. 1. Dangerous goods are defined as those goods which meet the criteria of one or more of 9 UN hazard classes and, where applicable, to one of 3 UN packing groups according to the provisions of this section. The 9 classes relate to the type of hazard, whereas the packing groups relate to the applicable degree of danger within the class. 2. Wastes must be transported under the requirements of the appropriate class, considering their hazards in the criteria of the regulations. Wastes not otherwise subject to these regulations, but covered under the Basel Convention on the Control of Transboundary Movements of Hazardous Wastes and Their Disposal, 1989, may be transported under Class 9. 3. Many of the substances listed in Classes 1 to 9 are deemed, without additional labeling, as being environmentally hazardous. 4. Classification must be made by the appropriate national authority when so required, or may otherwise be made by the shipper. 5. Hazard classes. Some hazard classes are further subdivided into hazard divisions due to the wide scope of the class. The 9 hazard classes and their divisions are listed below. The order in which they are numbered is for convenience and does not imply a relative degree of danger.
So now we are talking about class 1.
Class 1, Explosives. Class 1 comprises a. Explosive substances, a substance which is not itself an explosive but which can form an explosive atmosphere of gas, vapor or dust is not included in Class 1, except those that are too dangerous to transport or those where the predominant hazard is appropriate to another class. B. Explosive articles, except devices containing explosive substances in such quantity or of such a character that their inadvertent or accidental ignition or initiation, during transport, will not cause any effect external to the device either by projection, fire, smoke, heat or loud noise, see 3.1.7, and C. Articles and substances not mentioned under A and B above, which are manufactured with a view to producing a practical explosive or pyrotechnic effect. There are 6 divisions of Class 1, which are: Division 1.1 Articles and substances having a mass explosion hazard. Division 1.2 Articles and substances having a projection hazard but not a mass explosion hazard. Division 1.3 Articles and substances having a fire hazard, a minor blast hazard and/or a minor projection hazard but not a mass explosion hazard. Division 1.4 Articles and substances presenting no significant hazard. Division 1.5 Very insensitive substances having a mass explosion hazard. Division 1.6 Extremely insensitive articles which do not have a mass explosion hazard. Summary. Characteristic of Class 1 can have a fire risk or low risk of explosive and splinters.
What about class 2?
Class 2, gases, consist of 3 division with character below. Division 2.1, flammable gas. Any gas which, when Mixed with air in certain proportions. Forms of flammable mixture: butane, hydrogen, propane, acetylene. Lighters. Division 2.2, non-flammable/non-toxic gas, or refrigerated liquefied gas. Carbon dioxide. Neon. Fire extinguisher. Liquefied nitrogen. Helium. Division 2.3, toxic gas. Gas is known to be toxic or corrosive to humans and known to pose a health risk. Most toxic gases are forbidden for carriage by air and some are permitted, example: aerosols of low toxicity, tear gas devices. Summary. Characteristic of Class 2 is containers can burst, be flammable, produce low temperatures, displace air, be poisonous.
And Class 3.
Class 3 flammable liquid. Class 3 includes the following substances: A. Flammable liquids, and D. Liquid desensitized explosives. This class has no subdivisions. It comprises liquids or mixtures of liquids or liquids containing solids in solution or in suspension, for example paints, varnishes, lacquers, some adhesives, acetone, petrol, kerosene, after, thinner, etc. But not including substances otherwise classified on account of their dangerous characteristics, which give off a flammable vapor at temperatures of not more than 60 degrees Celsius. Closed cup test, or not more than 65.6 degrees Celsius. Open cup test, normally referred to as the flash point.
What is the Class 4?
Class 4 flammable solid. Consists of 3 divisions as follows. Division 4.1, any solid materials, which is readily combustible, or may cause or contribute to fire through friction, such as matches, sulfur, celluloid, nitronaphthalene. Division 4.2, such substances are liable to spontaneous heating or to heating up in contact with air, and the liable to catch fire, such as white or yellow phosphorus, magnesium diamide. Division 4.3, substances which by interaction with water are liable to become spontaneously flammable or give off flammable gases, such as sodium, calcium carbide.
Okay, and Class 5?
Class 5 oxidizer and organic peroxides. Consist of 2 divisions. Division 5.1, oxidizer, is a substance that yields oxygen readily to stimulate the combustion of other material, such as ammonium nitrate, fertilizer, calcium chlorate, bleaches. Division 5.2, organic peroxides. An organic material, liquid or solid, that can be ignited readily by external flame and then burns with an accelerating rate. Some substances react dangerously with others, such as tert-butyl hydroperoxide. Summary. Characteristic of Class 5: promote fire, react dangerously with other substance, are sensitive to heat and friction.
And Class 6?
Class 6 toxic substances. Consist of 2 divisions. Division 6.1, liquids or solids, which are dangerous if inhaled, swallowed or absorbed through the skin, such as arsenic, nicotine, cyanide, pesticides, strychnine. Division 6.2, substances which are known or reasonably expected to contain pathogens and cause disease in humans or in animals, such as diagnostic specimens, medical waste, clinical waste, infected blood sample, virus, bacteria, HIV, AIDS, rabies, Ebola, etc. Summary. Characteristic of Class 6 is poisonous or pathogenic, infection, disease and death.
Now is Class 7.
Class 7 Radioactive Material. Radioactive material means any material containing radionuclides where both the activity concentration and the total activity in the consignment exceed the values specified in Section 10.3.2 IATA DGR. There is no divisions on Class 7, but there are three categories. Category I, for radioactive material white. Category 2, for radioactive material yellow. Category 3, for radioactive material yellow. Summary. Characteristic of Class 7, keeping the safety distance, limiting the time of interaction with material, shielding the radioactivity with strong barrier or media, observing maximum limit of transport index on the packaging.
And Class 8.
Class 8 corrosives. A liquid or solid that will cause severe damage when in contact with living tissue or, in the case of leakage, will materially damage or even destroy other goods or the means of transport. The samples such as battery acids, sulfurous and other acids, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, mercury. Summary. Produce heat and gases, destroy living tissue and other material.
Finally, Class 9.
Class 9 Miscellaneous. Articles and substances which, during air transport, present a danger not covered by other classes. Example. 1. Carbon dioxide solid, dry ice. Has a temperature of -79 C. On sublimation it produces a gas heavier than air which in an enclosed area and in larger quantities can lead to suffocation. 2. Magnet. These materials have relatively high magnetic field strength, such as magnetrons and non-shielded permanent magnets without keeper bars installed. 3. Vehicles. A lot of item inside containing DG such as battery acids, fuel residue, compressed gas on the wheel.
Okay, so we know we have learned about the 9 class. So I will see you on the next lesson related to dangerous goods method. See you on the next lesson. Bye bye.